Colombia and the MGM line. An empty hallway. Then I believe Skyfall is one of the best openings to a Bond film ever. Here's why. The series has been doing these openings for 50 years. And from the first frame of this film, they give the audience a reassuring note. Their hero in silhouette. Although Craig's films played with the idea of him becoming James Bond and not being fully James Bond yet, the director Sam Mendes wanted us to know from the start, this is Bond. And a classic Bond too. Bond iconography has always used the silhouette, especially in marketing, and the brilliant work in this film by now Sir Roger Deakins. And in this whole opening, Bond is suited in a very Connery-esque grey suit. It's not a copy, but it's supposed to give us visual reminders of the old days. What I love about this opening is how quickly the plot moves. It's like we're thrown into it 5 minutes too late and we have to catch up and pick up the information as the sequence moves along. He's already in pursuit of the hard drive. If he doesn't have time to stabilise Ronson, we know the stakes are real from the get-go. And you can tell Bond is pissed by this.
What about Ronson?
He's been hit. We're sending an emergency evacuation squad. They'll be too bloody late.
He puts it aside using his classic wit.
Medical evac for Ronson 5 minutes away. It's alright. You weren't using it.
I wasn't using that one either.
See, this is the classic Bond, but he's not happy about how this mission is going. And in pursuit of Patrice, what Sam Mendes calls the Russian doll begins to open. Patrice opens fire in the market before getting on a bike to escape. So what's going on here? This man will do whatever it takes to get away with this list. However, this is Bond, and he's highly proficient. After 50 years of watching him, we know he'll get him. So, although the stakes are high, like every Bond sequence, we know he'll save the day. Sit back and enjoy the action. The cinematic language of the film is even telling us this. The music. Bond has obstacles, but nothing he can't negotiate. I love the Craig flares. He gets battered, he's so angry, but he'll do whatever it takes to achieve his mission. From watching Casino Royale, we know this Bond is a force of nature and will never give up. And he keeps pulling that face. Bond will always adapt and overcome these obstacles. But the first complication. Believe it or not, this is the second time in the series Bond has been shot, if this counts. But we know this Bond doesn't stop. Despite catching a shot, he's still James Bond.
Bond! He's uncoupling the cars.
Just changing carriages.
So we should be all good from here. Just like a classic Bond opening like Octopussy. It looks bad, he'll get over it. Bond even gets his hands on the hard drive. He just has to defeat this opponent. And then, Bond fails. He's shot and loses the list. We see a peak James Bond fail on a mission. and it perfectly sets up the story ahead. Here's just a list of some of the things Mendes, the screenwriters, and everyone behind the scenes did to make this sequence so brilliant. They presented a classic Bond, led them into a false sense of security. Then expectations are changed. Instead of saving the day, he fails. Not only do we see MI6 trying to deal with this big loss, but Bond recovering from it too. This will be more than just a physical injury. Roger Deakins adds a visual flair to this film. It's not only in the top tier of Bond, but the top tier of cinematography. Thomas Newman brings new sounds to the series, but he keeps the Bond music in there. And finally, the Russian doll, like a mixture of Bond action sequences from history or Indiana Jones. This long action sequence keeps building and changing. It goes from inside an Istanbul building to a car chase, to a shootout in a market, to bikes chasing each other. Then they're on top of the Grand Bazaar. They end up on a train. Bond crashes through the train, and an injured Bond engaging in a bare-knuckle brawl. This sequence has a huge amount of forward momentum. Not only is it exciting for the action, but it tells the story and sets it up of exactly what they're trying to do with the 50th anniversary of James Bond. Action is a core part of the visual medium that is cinema. This pre-title sequence builds and sets up the questions and themes that will be in this film. Can a classic character who's been criticised of being old and out of step exist in this modern world? He failed this mission, but can he come back? So there you go, everyone. They're the parts of Skyfall and the big opening that I love. There's so much more than just this brief video, but I just thought they'd be interesting things you could look out for while watching it next time. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what you think. What's your favourite Bond action sequence? Don't forget to subscribe too. It's free. And hit that like button. For now, everyone, thanks for watching. Bye.
Where are they now?
They appear to be on the rooftops of the Grand Bazaar.